Greetings, ecstasy, abundance, and bliss. This is the Apet-to-be Yellow Ola Omi Akalatunde. And I know it has been months since I created a video, so I apologize for that, but I have 3 topics that I needed to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of those tonight so that everybody can have an idea of what's been going on with me and how things are working out. So first thing I wanted to talk about is my new book. This is the book, Raising Revolutionaries. And this is an unschooling guide. It is for parents who want to unschool their children, meaning that you want to basically actually educate your child. Educate meaning, because educate comes from the Latin word educare, which means to raise to its highest potential. So those of us who unschool, that's what we're seeking to do with our children, more so than just making sure that they know these rote facts. And of course you want them to have the basics, but it's more important to us that they are whole, healthy people. And that's, I'm not saying any of this to say that other people don't want their children to be whole and healthy, but I'm just saying as an unschooler, that is more of your focus. So this is an unschooling guide, but it can also be used by just regular Pan-African homeschoolers or just Pan-African parents whose children are in conventional schooling situations that want to add some culture and history and African traditional spiritual background to their child's learning experience and to their curriculum. So within this book, what I cover is a very effective morning ritual, which includes prayer, libation. I give you some examples of, or some suggestions as to the type of movement that you should do in the morning as far as African yoga or Kemetic yoga is concerned, and where you can go to find videos and posters for that movement. I also go into breakfast, and I give you some raw food recipes for breakfast. We go into lunch, I give you some raw food recipes for that, and then we move into just morning activities that will stimulate learning and stimulate to stimulate your child's love of learning. And then I also give you suggestions on how to make your entire home and your entire life a Pan-African learning experience. So here we have ritual, we have prayer, the 142 laws of Ma'at are in here. I have several pages of African proverbs that you can use to stimulate journaling within your children or to have discussions. I also have quotes from our famous leaders, from freedom fighter, basically freedom fighter type quotes that are in here. I have several pages of that, and I also have information on how to follow the spiritual pathway that our ancestors followed as far as day-to-day life. So I explain to you which force of nature is ruling each month and how you can then incorporate that information into your homeschool or your unschool or just your child's educational experience. So, and then I also have uplifting essays to help parents to know that they are the best teacher for their child. Each mother especially is the best teacher for the child that she brings into the world. So I have essays that cover that. I also give examples on how to add important historical information into your educational process, and I have an entire calendar of historical events, Pan-African historical events that occurred each month, as well as birthdays and death days for important freedom fighters. So the Cuban Revolution is in there, the Haitian Revolution is in there, Benjamin Banneker's birthday, Oba Sejuman Adewumi I's birthday. All of those types of days are in there so that you'll be able to keep up with that information and then use that to help in the education of your child to make sure that they're educated thoroughly from a Pan-African perspective. So that's the new book, Raising Revolutionaries. It's a full-size book. It's not the little novel size this time, and it is $30 on Imega Books, I-M-E-G-A. And you want to go to the section that says Pan-Africanism, and that is where you will find the book, and you'll be able to purchase the book. I went with instead of publishing myself, I did go with a black woman-owned publishing company, which is what Imega Books is. Please check her out. I spoke about some of her books before, the Marcus Garvey series, the Count Rasta Count, the Queen Menin Loves Children and Empress Haile Selassie Loves Africa. All those books, I use those for my children. So please check out Imega Books. And now I'm blessed to have my own book published by her. So please check out Imega Books. And yes, you will find this book in Imega Books under the Pan-African section. So that's the first piece of information. And the first video I wanted to share for this evening is how and where to find the book Raising Revolutionaries. So I'm so glad it's done. So glad it's out, and I look forward to sharing it with all of you all. All right. Ecstasy, abundance, and bliss to all of those who are wishing me the same, and the lessons of life to those who are wishing me otherwise. Peace, y'all.